What's up, folks? Your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing a Raw recap. We start off with Braun Strowman and Seth Rollins coming out for their contract signing at Clash of Champions for the Universal title. This one whole bit was nothing but, I'm going to beat you. Nah, I'm going to beat you. And yeah, whatever. Thankfully, it was interrupted by AJ Styles in the club. Michael Cole tries to tell the club that they don't need to be here. Wow, real authoritarian.
Bruh.
AJ questions why Braun Strowman gets a title shot and says by proxy the United States champion should be getting a title shot at the Universal title. They start walking down the ramp, and AJ Styles says that the club doesn't get what they want, nobody does. Michael Cole tries to be tough again. AJ Styles tells him pretty much just to shut the fuck up. AJ Styles rips up the contract. Strowman throws the table into AJ, and Rollins and Strowman clean up the rest of the club. And as you can probably guess, this is going to bring up a match. Strowman and Rollins versus Gallows and Anderson with AJ Styles at ringside. This is a match. Rollins pins Anderson. AJ comes running in for the attack. Braun Strowman runs everybody over, including Rollins. Rude and Ziggler come in to help out the club. All five people slam Braun Strowman into the steps. Rollins tries to help, but he gets laid out. Ziggler, Rude, and the club continue the beatdown, and AJ Styles gives a phenomenal forearm to Braun Strowman. After this, the heels stand tall. In a backstage segment, the OC jumps Cedric Alexander in the middle of an interview. This will have an effect on his match later. We then have Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler versus Hawkins and Ryder. Another match. Roode got the glorious DDT on Kurt Hawkins. Like I said, We then have Lacey Evans versus Natalya. As Evans is walking down the ramp, Natalya's music hits. She comes running down and levels Evans. Once the match starts, Evans has most of the offense, but ends up pulling a Charlotte when she misses the moonsault. Natalya starts to take over, but Evans throws a tissue at Natalya and quickly follows it by a women's right and gets the pin. It was an alright match. Becky Lynch comes out. She calls Sasha Banks a load of crap. Says she's taught the Flairs why she's the man. Now it's time to show Sasha Banks. She says that Sasha Banks had a chance to be the man, but no. Then Sasha Banks comes out. She says that Lynch got famous because Nia Jax broke her face. This boils down to Becky Lynch giving Sasha Banks a title shot at Clash of Champions. Sasha Banks says at Clash of Champions, the boss is going to make the man the boss's bitch. After this, we cut to the Street Profits, who are speechless. We then have Baron Corbin versus Cedric Alexander in a quarterfinals King of the Ring match. This is a decent match, surprising with Baron Corbin. Corbin's working over Cedric Alexander from being injured from the jump by the OC. Alexander tries to rally but ends up falling to the end of days, so Baron Corbin advances in the tournament. Once again, Baron Corbin celebrates at the top of the ramp, grabbing the scepter and the crown. This is pretty much going to curse him, I'm sure. We then have a recap of Eric Rowan being revealed as Roman Reigns' attacker. Next, we have the Viking Raiders versus a bunch of jobbers from Pittsburgh. As you can guess, the Viking Raiders won it. Seriously, when are they going to give them somebody who's going to really put up a fight? Like I said before, I'd really like to see them go up against Heavy Machinery. We have the next match in the King of the Ring quarterfinals. Samoa Joe versus Ricochet. This is a good match. It was another good power versus speed match. Samoa Joe had the coquina clutch locked in on Ricochet, who was on the top rope. Ricochet kicked the turnbuckle, sending both of them off of the ropes. Everybody's shoulders were down. They each had an arm on each other, and the referee counted the pin. The referee gets on a headset talking to somebody backstage and tells Ricochet and Samoa Joe that there will be a decision soon. What? After that, Ricochet and Samoa Joe continue to fight in the ring. And hold on, because this is going to get interesting. We then have an episode of the Firefly Funhouse. Bray Wyatt says that he's sorry what the Fiend did to Finn Balor. Then Devil Vince pops up. He's getting ready to fire Bray, but Bray shows him that he's been making a whole bunch of money, and Evil Vince disappears. Bray says that his friends help him cope with the pain, but the Fiend is there to inflict it. He ends this episode with the cryptic message, "See you in hell." So I guess the rumors for a Hell in a Cell match for the Universal Championship for either Strowman or Rollins is probably going to be in the works. Who knows? We'll have to see. Corey Graves is backstage interviewing the referee of the Ricochet and Samoa Joe match. Baron Corbin comes running in and says both of them need to be eliminated. The referee says that management said that both of them are not eliminated and that next week Baron Corbin will be facing both Ricochet and Samoa Joe in a triple threat match. What the fuck? In a backstage interview with Rey Mysterio, he thanks his son for helping him pursue his passion and that he's not done yet. We then have The Miz versus Cesaro. This is a match I honestly don't know where they were going with this. The Miz hit the skull-crushing finale and pinned Cesaro. So I guess we're now going back to burying Cesaro again. And in our main event, the Women's Championship Summit, Bayley and Becky Lynch versus Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Shortly after this match starts, Sasha Banks comes walking out to ringside. Bayley gets worked over by Bliss and Cross. Finally, she tags into Becky Lynch. She starts to take down Alexa Bliss. Sasha Banks runs in, hits the backstabber, causing a disqualification. She rolls out in the ring, grabs a chair, starts wailing away on Becky Lynch. Bayley comes running in, grabs a chair to stop her, and then, oh my god, Bayley hits Becky Lynch with the chair. Finally, we get the Bayley heel turn we've all been waiting for. After the chair beat down, we end tonight's Raw. This Raw was going downhill, with the exception of the 2 King of the Ring matches, but we ended on a high note with the Bayley heel turn. This is looking to be pretty interesting. So I guess we're going to hear more of this on SmackDown, but that'll do it for this episode of Raw Recap. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Raw, what you thought about this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.